My name's Ish from Goldheart Automotive and welcome to this BMW M140i Shadow Edition. So we've recently taken in this BMW M140i Shadow Edition and it's extremely special, not just to us, but just in terms of the spec, what's been done to the car. We had this car in probably around 6 months ago and we're very fortunate to buy the car back into stock. So we start with the back end of the car. So first off you have the rear diffuser, which is KSB, a Krapovic carbon tips. Everything's been blacked out from the M140 badge to the BMW logo. You have the MCP side skirts. These are quite rare, you don't get these on all the M140i's. The car's got brand new PS5s all around. The car's also lowered on eye-back springs and some spacers. To the front you have the KSB front splitter, and again everything's been blacked out from the grills to the badge. The lights, front lights have been tinted, as have the rear lights. Carbon fibre wing mirrors and the M Performance stickers on the outside. So just in terms of spec on the inside, if you come inside, so extremely well spec'd inside, from electric seats, ProNav, heated seats, Harman Kardon, you got the digital dash, cruise control. So yeah, very well spec'd out. But what is special about this car is the engine and the modifications that's been done. Okay, so mechanically, in terms of modifications to the engine, this car's running stage 2 plus, and this car's probably running comfortably upwards of 450 brake horsepower. So you have the Supra fuel pump. So it's really easy to take these cars to wild power. We've had stage 3s that are well over 700 brake horsepower. So for stage 2 plus running 450, that is quite a conservative figure. These can run insane amounts of power with very little tuning. Okay, so now we're in the car. Let's start it up. Immediately, this doesn't sound like a normal M140i, especially those pre-2018 with the, those post-2018 with the PPF. Okay, so we're driving on, I wouldn't say it's a really bumpy road, but it's a not as smooth. This has been lowered on the eye-back springs and it's quite comfortable. We're in comfort mode at the minute, so it's not too bad. The thing to remember about this M140, it isn't a standard car. This is not like a normal M140i. So it's been tuned so it's running 450 brake. So even just tapping your foot on the throttle a little bit, the car's going to jump. So a lot of people ask suspension modifications for the M140i. So it is true, a standard M140i, when you put your foot down, the rear will snake out a little bit just because it is rear wheel drive. What can you do to improve that? Well, in my opinion, the best thing you can do is put some good tyres on it. So this is running Michelin PS5s. They probably are the best tyres bar the 4Ss. It makes such a big difference when you're driving. Second thing this car has is the eye-back springs and spacers. Again, when you're going around the corners, it makes huge difference. Underbody brace is another thing that most people can do. The most important thing, and quite common, is a LSD, so limited slip diff. These cars don't come with it standard. It does make a big difference. It's a lot of money. You're talking maybe around £2,000. I think there's other things you can do first that are more cost effective, like tyres, springs, spacers, underbody brace for example, but the LSD is probably the best thing that you can do to improve the suspension handling of these M140i's. So now we're on a bit of a straight, so we're going to flick the car into sport mode and into manual mode. That's what a stage 2 map is. Unfortunately, don't have a draggy time, so I don't know the 0 to 60. Like this will be well under 4 seconds. can hear the sound. So the minute we're in Sport Plus mode, obviously the traction control is off, but this is the mode that I prefer the most. It's slightly better than Sport. I feel they have more control of the car. When you're in Sport mode, it doesn't go as you want it to go. So as I said, this isn't a normal M140i, this is tuned stage 2 plus, and it's seriously fast. So now we bring it back into comfort mode. The exhaust goes back to being quiet. Obviously if you put your foot down it will pop and bang again, but in comfort mode it's back to normal. The steering is not now back to being quite light. And now it goes back to being like an everyday 1 Series. This is the beauty of a hot hatch like the M140, the Golf R. Is that you can put it into Sport Plus mode, you can turn the traction off, you can put your foot down and have so much fun, but then when you put it back into normal mode, comfort mode, Eco Pro mode, it goes to being back a normal hatchback. Back to being practical as well. You can get loads of stuff in the boot. It's got 5 doors, 5 seats, but being a normal hatchback isn't fun, so just put it into Sport Plus again. Manual mode. Oh, now we're stuck behind the learner. I've driven probably over 100 M140i's, all up to stage 3 700 brake, and they don't feel as solid as this. Even without an LSD, it feels really, really tight to the road. And again, I'll say it's the tyres. The tyres are so good. Brand new PS5s, they make such a big difference. It's not the driest day today. It did rain a little bit, so it's damp, but we haven't lost traction once. The wheels haven't spun. Again, just all down to having really good tyres. Okay, so we've just come down to Onyx Performance. They're only down the road from us in Langley. So we just hooked the car up to the dyno. I think the car's running about 450 brake, but we've come down to Onyx to see exactly how much horsepower our Stage 2 Plus M140i is running. Okay, so that's us signing out. So as you can see, we had the M140 on the dyno. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. It was just an introduction into our M140i. So personally, a very special car for us just because we bought it back from a customer that we sold it from. So yeah, a bit about the spec and the power. Hopefully you enjoyed that dyno run. Yeah, so my name is Ish from Goldheart Automotive with the M Performance Specialists in Langley, Berkshire. So if you have an M140 to sell, if you have an M140i to buy, please give us a shout. More than happy to buy, more than happy to sell. Also, if you have any questions about spec, condition, or you just need any advice, please just give us a call. We'll be more than happy to help. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that video, and we'll hopefully see you at the next one.